How we doing, everyone? MJS back again with another video here, another installment of the Our First Home series. So I'm on the floor in the podcast studio. It is 11 p.m. on Tuesday, August 2nd. I've been thinking about the podcast studio, specifically today. Obviously, you've seen the last videos and clips and stuff like that we've put in some work in here. It's kind of just work on one thing and then bounce over to another thing and then, bounce all around. But Amanda and I kind of figured out made some actual decisions on what we want to do in this space earlier today. So I'm going to start putting it in motion very soon, because at least now I have a plan. And then we can always adapt the plan if need be, but I think we're pretty good. I bought, just as a quick update, I bought three baby pin little connector things to hang the lights on the ceiling when we get to that stage, so that should be pretty good. I'll put links for that in the description and everything. We'll have a whole video on everything that we do here once it's all complete, and links to it on the my website, the markjosemansky.com, so check all that out. The reason that I am down here on my floor in the podcast studio at 11 p.m. Specifically is because this table right next to me here, okay, is a pain in my ass. And the reason it is two things I hate about this table. It actually looks pretty good, but there's two really big problems that came from just kind of building this. If you remember, you probably saw it in a previous episode, we bought the legs separate, we bought the tabletop separate, and we screwed them together. It works, it's okay, but the first problem that I'm not going to address tonight, but I'm trying to figure out a solution for, is there's so many fingerprints on the top of this table. It's literally ridiculous. It's just a fingerprint magnet, so that's not fun, but we could just wipe it off more or put something on it, so we'll deal with that at a later time. But the second thing, which is actually, I would say, more important and more crucial, is that it wobbles quite a bit, especially if you're moving the mics and stuff like that. It wobbles side to side. It doesn't have enough stability across the legs, because just to kind of give you a better look at this here, it is literally just a tabletop, and then this leg piece over here, this X shape type thing over there, and then the same thing over there. So when you push it like this, I don't know if you really see that, but it moves a lot this way and this way. It doesn't move a lot, I guess, laterally or whatever. I don't know. It doesn't matter, but it moves quite a lot in that regard. So my thing is that I figured that the one thing we need to do in order to make this work is, at least one thing we can try, is to put a stretcher across the length of the table. So something from this end right here to down there. Now, to illustrate this, I'm just gonna do this. So we need something like this. This is a little piece that came from the things in the old studio. Actually, they're that curtain rod hang things. We might end up using them, but this is what we kind of need. I think is we need something that goes from this leg to that leg to stabilize this. So it doesn't move as much. Something to just add a little more support lower down, rather than just that table, top piece at the top there holding the two leg portions together. I think if we put something right there and attach it to the legs, it'll work. I'm just not sure. So I hope that'll work, but we shall find out. Now, the reason that I'm making this clip, like I said, is because I'm thinking about ways to do that, and obviously we can't use a goddamn coat rod like that. That's probably not a good idea. So that's just for illustration purposes. So my first thought was, they actually sell a company sells something like this for standing desks that get real wobbly. I think it's called Vivo or something. I'll put a link or something somewhere in the description, or show it on the screen or whatever. Cool, probably would work. $60. I'm not opposed to spending money to fix problems, but I'm I already hate this table because of the fingerprint issue, and it wobbles, so I'd like to spend the least amount of money to do this, because this is going to be an interim table. I can already see it. It's probably not going to be like this forever. So I'm going to try to build something, and what I decided was I was just going to build it out of wood. I could buy probably a $5 piece of 1x4x8 wood and kind of put something together. Or literally, I didn't want to bolt it directly into this metal if I could avoid it. I might have to though, I'm not sure. So in lieu of just taking a literal piece of wood, putting it on here like this thing is, and just screwing right through the wood and through the metal, that would probably work. But in lieu of doing that, I devised another thing, and I'm gonna take this off of here now because you kind of get the idea. I hope this is gonna work. I have literally no idea. But this is what I did. I made this little drawing here, and I don't know, you're probably not gonna be able to see this very well. I'll put it on the screen or whatever, if you can't see it. But basically just like a simple thing that would be like one big piece of wood across the length of it, just like how that rod was, and then like basically a little, I don't know how to say it, like just like stow the, encapsulate the table leg with wood around it. So literally just instead of blowing a bolt through it, I'm just putting wood around it so it's stabilized, doesn't move or whatever. And then so I scanned that piece of paper and I literally cut this thing out. So this is the whole thing I wanted to kind of illustrate here, because if I end up doing this and it works, I'm gonna be pretty excited. But yeah, so I'm gonna just take this and I'm gonna set it in here, right around here. So this is my little prototype with my prototype out of paper that is not staying very well, but hopefully you get the idea. So something like that is kind of what we're looking at. So like that top piece there, just kind of flopping, that would just be a piece of wood that would run all the way down there. And this would be the same on either side here. It would just be like, obviously like this is, also two-dimensional, not one-dimensional, but it'd be like a board, it'd be like, 4 inches. So it'd be like up like this. And then, I don't know, just somehow, literally make like a block of wood right here. And then on the other side, it just kind of all holds it together. Again, maybe it's simpler just to blow 2 bolts like right through the damn thing, but I didn't really want to do that because, again, I don't know why I don't really want to do that. I just don't want to screw up the fucking leg, because then if I break the leg, then I'm completely screwed. Because this is workable with it being wobbly, but it's nowhere near ideal. So I think I could try to fix it. So I'm going to try to fix it with $4 worth of wood and some screws and some black spray paint to paint the wood black. Hopefully that works, because if it doesn't, that'll suck. But yeah, that's my plan there. So that was really the main thing that I wanted to chat about there. But since we're down here and we're talking about this, I'm just going to get up and I'm going to kind of like give you the behind the scenes plans on what we are going to do now, because like I said, we did make some decisions and we got a list of work to do. All right, so if we flip around here, we take a look at what we have currently in the space here. Obviously we got the lights, we're going to hang those up. We have the table. You've seen this probably 17 times now, but I'm going to tell you what we're actually going to do. I'm going to move this stuff out of here at some point. That table wobble thing, that's not necessarily something that I was going to try to play around with, but doesn't really matter right now because we have a lot of room things to do. This is what Amanda and I have decided. The first thing we're going to do is we're obviously going to insulate that window up. I got to figure out how to do that. Close it, kind of from the inside, insulate it, put some sort of board or something over it. There's like a little lip there, like a windowsill edge. I don't know if I'm going to take that off. I might just leave it there. I have no idea. Yeah, I don't know. So something like that. That's the first job, and I still don't know exactly what to do there. But other little things that we're going to do here, we're going to paint this entire paneling thing. We're just going to paint it all white. I wanted to paint it black, but there's already a black table. So it's like, let's just paint it white. We could always paint over white with black, probably easier than we could paint over like black with some other color. So we're going to paint it white. We're going to paint the paneling. We're going to paint the radiators. It's going to be just like upstairs. Paint it all white. Should clean it first, then paint it. Probably potentially paint the ceiling, at least kind of like clean some of it or something. But it's already white, so maybe, obviously, again, upstairs we just did satin on the walls, satin white, cameo white, and then matte, flat, whatever, same color on the ceiling. So might just do that same thing here just for, more consistency or whatever, but we're going to try to do that, try to put something on the walls, like signs, some decoration or something. I don't fucking know. I don't know if it's going to be all just straight white or if it's going to have something back there. I don't know. We got to figure that out. But that's what we're going to do. We're going to clean and we're going to paint it white. And then I think actually, though, before I do that, I'm going to rip this carpet out. I'm going to see what's under here, what we're working with. And then I'm going to put some of that flooring that we have stowed away back there. I'm going to make all of this the same type of, flooring that we have like upstairs. So however we have to do it, I have to think about it because I don't think we're ever going to do anything in here. I think that's cool just the way it is. So I don't actually think it's going to be that big of a deal. But most likely, just looking at it now, probably going to start here with this vinyl plank, run it long ways, along this, and probably even come into here because I'm going to have to go back there to get all the flooring anyway, so I might just put that in there. So all this carpet will be gone. We'll make it all beautiful Brooks Oak LVP. It'll be pretty sick. Yeah, so walls will be white, floor will be the same as upstairs. Then I'm going to change out all the outlets to just white decor like we have upstairs, and that'll be sick. That window will be closed up. I don't think I'm going to do anything about this light switch. I don't think it's necessary to change that because we're gonna have like the studio lighting anyway. That light might not even be on, and it might not matter whatsoever. So I probably won't do anything crazy with like electrical or anything. But then once all that's done, I'm gonna make sure that all the wires and everything are like managed, like kind of like on the wall, so they just go straight down there. We're gonna attach the lights to the ceiling using those baby pin connectors that I have coming. And yeah, and then I think we're gonna be pretty good. It's really not a ton of work, but I just want to make sure that this table, is adequate in that regard. You can kind of see it's really disgusting with the fingerprints. So that's super, super goddamn annoying. But maybe we'll just clean it more often or something, because this is a pit stop, not a destination on the podcast journey. We won't have that table forever, so I don't need to just stop worrying so heavily about it. I did look into like contact paper, like adhesive paper to like just put on the table, or something that wouldn't, be so goddamn fingerprinty as like that laminate stuff there, but I don't know if it's that big of a deal. So that's all I really got right now. I have to go to sleep or do some more work or something. I'm still behind on the vlogs. I'm catching up as of this moment, but we're not there yet. So we got to work on that. Got some website stuff to do. But this podcast studio is pretty priority. You know what? Another thing that I'm just going to throw in here because we're chatting, late night chats. Yesterday, my buddy Marky Bergamasco put a link in the description to his company, Mark's Multiple Landscaping. Came out, gave us a quote, sending us an estimate for not just the fucking wall replacement stuff, like to make, not a replacement, but to make that a hill, make that all grass. It's going to look so sick. Make that all grass, and then also on the other side of our driveway, like take out a couple smaller trees and like make that all grass, just for so much easier maintenance for me. And just going to look a lot better, and there's going to be less shit on the driveway. It's going to be fantastic. But all of that, he's given us a quote for that. And then we're going to focus on the front yard probably next spring, summer, sometime in there. New concrete potentially on the walkway, and then some landscaping up there. But I'm just super excited for that because hopefully that'll be done in the next 2 months. And obviously we'll document that. The change, it'll be sick. Be just way better. Super happy about it. So we got the podcast studio going. We got that. I could probably work on the gym at some point maybe, but I don't know. We got a lot of other things going on. Obviously, we're still planning the wedding and everything, but yeah, it's going pretty well. Especially if we get this kind of going here, I could probably knock this project out in hopefully a week or two, honestly. It's not a lot of work. I don't know what to do with the floor. I've never done a floor on concrete. Well, actually, that's a lie. I did one for my parents, but I'm not really sure if I did that the right way. But I guess it's working for them. I don't know. We'll see. But that's all I got, and I'm really enjoying these vlogs. Please subscribe to the channel if you're new. Tell your friends. But I'm happy we're getting some consistent viewership because, I don't know, it's going pretty well. That's all. I will probably talk to you in the next clip, the next time I talk to you. We'll see what I'm doing. Today is Friday, August 5th, and we're getting a lot of heavy rain, so I'm going to talk about and document some things that we obviously need to fix and some other things that we need to take care of. So, if we look over here in the basement, this looked a lot worse actually when it all kind of started, because there was like lines of water running down there, but you can see the water on the floor here. So obviously there's cracks that we need to seal up here, right? You can kind of see through those. But the whole reason that this happens is that there's a tree literally right there that you can kind of see the branches on right there. I snipped a lot of it yesterday, but it gets shit in the gutter, like right above this, like, you know, on like above the first floor there. And then I'll put clips in here because it was all on my Instagram, which you should be following, by the way, of the water literally pouring down like the window and the side of the house. And then it, you know, kind of came into here. And I'm actually a little concerned because I talked about this a while ago on the vlog, that like there's like, you know, a step crack all the way down there that I haven't finished because obviously we haven't finished in here yet. Like, it's not that big of a deal. I wanted to see what the magnitude of this issue was and really like where the water was coming from. And again, I'm actually a little more concerned now because it wasn't coming straight out of the step cracks. Like there was like 1, 2, maybe like 3 places that it was coming from up here where it looks like the block meets like, I don't know if it's the brick or whatever, like, you know, it seems like there's like a header there or something, and it was coming out of like, you know, that area. Obviously that makes sense. I think right there, and then I think, you know, kind of right there. So I'm gonna need to seal like a lot of shit, like even like over here maybe, I think, on the inside and probably the outside, just to make sure that all is good. But again, I'm more of a root cause type of guy, fix the root cause, and I'm definitely gonna do that. But that might happen again, you know, if the house like moves a little bit more, or, you know, cracks happen, right? And here's the issue, and I'm gonna reiterate here, I said it on Instagram. If there was shit on this wall, like there was before, like, you know, that paneling right there basically that we ripped down, if you saw that vlog, you know all the shit that I ripped out of there and what it looked like. If all that was on there like it was when we bought the house, we would have no idea that that was happening. If there was carpet on the floor where that is, we would just be like, how is this happening? So the point that I'm making here is that, one, I'm not putting anything back on that wall, even if I do seal it up and everything like that. But if you wanted to do something like that in your basement, or you already had that, like, you have to fucking know what's like underneath your wall, what it's looking like, and what the outside looks like, as far as like if you need to seal it up or anything like that. And again, the root cause of that, like, yeah, like if you had it sealed up, it would be, you know, whatever, like it probably wouldn't come in. But you don't want water running down the side of your fucking house, even if it's all sealed up. And I'm sure that somehow over time that probably causes a little bit of, you know, corrosion, erosion type shit on the block and stuff. So what I'm saying is the root cause of that is to try to limit the fucking leaves in your gutters. And the way that you really limit that is you get rid of the fucking trees near your house, okay? And that's one of the things that I want to do. I trimmed up that tree yesterday, but unfortunately that's not on our side of the property. It's on the other property line. So it's like, you know, just dealing with all that, and like everybody gives me shit, like when we took down the front tree and like stuff in the back, like, you know, I fucking know what I'm doing in that regard. Like I want low maintenance, and I want the smallest amount of problems possible, because I know there's going to be some. But the reason I'm saying all this is because regardless if it's whether it's your house or something else, like you should be able to assess a situation and think, why is this happening? How do I treat it temporarily, and what is the root cause of the issue, so it hopefully never fucking happens again? Like the best case, the best probability of it never happening again, what do I need to fix in order to happen? That is, in this case, take down a fucking tree. Like that's what that would be. Because if there's less shit in the gutter, basically nothing in the fucking gutter, then you have basically no maintenance. Obviously clean your fucking gutters. I'm not saying don't clean your gutters, but like, again, like people don't, I get upset when people don't think in that manner, because it's like, it's all just probability and the amount of time and energy that you have to dedicate to something. If your situation that you put yourself in, or the moves that you make to get yourself into a situation, like lack of a tree, if that would benefit you and make it less likely that you would have to deal with other shit down the line, why wouldn't you just fucking do that? Like, you know, it's just pros and cons, just thinking about like probability and stuff like that. It's really not that complicated. I'm making it seem more complex than it is. But again, fuck trees. I hate trees. It's not really that big of a deal in our situation. I'm just using it as hopefully a, you know, like a teachable moment that you shouldn't have trees anywhere near your fucking gutters, anywhere near your house, truthfully, because they're just going to cause more problems than they would ever fucking, be of benefit for. So that's it. I'm done ranting, but I really wanted to show that because like it's funny because I just fucking trimmed that yesterday, and it's funny that just the timing is comical. But all in all, truthfully, other than all that, I am very happy actually that this is kind of going on here, because I really did not know about, like I knew about the step crack, like I said, but I did not know about like any of that up there. So I'll seal it all up. It'll be fine. I'm probably never going to put anything on this wall. I'm probably just going to paint it or something like that because it's going to be like a gym area anyway. But we'll do all that, and on the outside, we're going to clean the gutter, and we're going to do as much as we can to make sure that none of those fucking leaves come back in this gutter, because I'm tired of dealing with stupid shit like this that, is not really my fault or my problem. So that's just the type of person I am. I just fix the situations. I do as much as I can there. So that's what we're going to do. Obviously not today because it's still fucking raining. It's really raining. But the next time it's dry, I'm going to be on the roof. Maybe I'll bring the camera up because that'll be fun. I've only been on there one time, I think, before, but it was enjoyable. And yeah, we got a lot more stuff to do. So one more quick thing, because I was looking around. There's also some stuff in here in the garage. Less important, obviously. It's a garage. But again, just the exterior walls there. I want to make sure that if there's any, stuff like that, we need to try to seal that up. But again, I don't know. We're working on it. It's a work in progress. It's never going to be over. But again, like I said, if you can do that, if you can try to limit the amount of bullshit that you have to put up by focusing on root causes rather than like stupid little maintenance symptoms things. I was thinking about this the other day, actually. Fueled by progress, our brand. Truly the words that I live by. I'm not... Fuck. Power's out, I guess. That was weird. Maybe it was like lightning hit something and then that went. Anyway, like I was saying, and it's back. I don't honestly, knock on wood, we've been very fortunate in this house to not lose power that much. I think literally like one time, like for a long period of time so far. But anyway, like I was saying, unless power goes out again when I start talking about it. Fueled by progress, the words that I live by. I was thinking about this the other day when I was thinking about all this type of shit. And it's like, I'm not fueled by fucking maintenance, right? Okay, I'm fueled by progress. Like, I think of progress as like, we did something and we're not gonna have to fucking do it again because we did it right the first time. Or we took a step that was, we were solving a problem at the root cause, not like a symptom. I fucking hate that. I literally hate maintenance items. Always try to do my best no matter what, if it's house stuff or anything else. God damn, that is really loud. But yeah, I'm gonna go because I don't know if I'm gonna deal with this or go do some more work or something unless the power goes back out again, but whatever. This has been fun, and now everything's turning back on. All right, yeah, I'm gonna go. I don't know if I'm gonna film anything else today. I just really need to make this clip, so hopefully you learned something.